Hi, welcome back to Cooking 101 with the Whittier Public Library. My name is Callie Maldonado. I am one of the reference librarians for the Central Library. Today we're going to be using a recipe from Chrissy Teigen's Cravings Cookbook. So we're going to be doing her smashed potatoes with roasted garlic. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need 2.5 pounds of potatoes. If you're wondering, if you get a 5-pound bag like I did of baby reds from the market, you're going to go ahead and just half that bag, and that's what you're going to use. So I have about 7 potatoes in here with one large one, so it's roughly 8 if you think about it. And I went ahead and cut off any eyes, any ugly parts of the potatoes that I thought would look disgusting in my smashed potatoes. And I washed them, dried them, and then we're going to fill it up with water, cold water, until it covers about 3 inches over the potatoes. If 3 inches is too high for your pot, just don't fill it all the way up. Go about an inch down from the top on the pot, okay? So let's go ahead and get that started, and then we'll have these boiling in the background. I also used the recipe that Chrissy Teigen has in her cookbook, and it's called roasted garlic. You're gonna need that recipe as well. So if you'd like, you could go ahead and check that out in the book. And then if you're worried, you can also just throw your garlic and boil it with the potatoes. That's a recipe that my coworker also does. You're gonna boil these potatoes for about 25 minutes until they're soft enough to be poked with the fork. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna stop right there. All right, we're gonna place the pot on the stove. We're gonna turn the heat on up high, and we're gonna bring it to a boil. Once they've reached a boil, you're gonna reduce the heat to a simmer, which is about medium, almost low, and then after that, you'll be able to check the potatoes approximately 25 minutes. You'll check them with the fork. If they're soft and are easily punctured, they're good to go. So don't forget to add some kosher salt to salt the water, as well as bring the boiling to a bit of a higher temperature while they're cooking. So don't forget to do that. While that's cooking, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the heavy whipping cream and the butter. All right, so we're gonna add this 1 stick of unsalted butter. We are also going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper, as well as the half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And we're going to be mixing this on low heat, low to medium, not too high. And we're going to keep it warm on low after it's all melted. So once this is all melted, you'll be able to add this to the potato mixture. All right, I think the potatoes are done, so let's go ahead and check them with our fork. It should go through like butter. If you have any resistance, they're not quite done yet, okay? So let's see. So let's go ahead and drain these in the sink and then get these all smushed up. Okay, be very careful. This is very hot. I recommend doing this with the colander. I don't have one on hand, so I'm gonna very carefully drain them like this, close to the sides of the sink, so that if anything falls forward, it just hits the side of the sink wall. Alright. Alright, now that we've drained our potatoes and we have them in this bowl so that we can make our mixture, we're going to add our roasted garlic, as well as our cream mixture, and we're gonna mash them up using this bean smasher. You could use a potato ricer, a fork, whatever's easier for you. You're gonna mash them up until they're chunky smooth. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and add some of that mixture to make it a little bit easier. Some for now, some for later. Alright, now that we have this lovely mashed potato mixture, let's go ahead and add our garnish. We just finished chopping our chives. So let's go ahead and add those chopped chives onto the top. If you don't like them, you don't have to add them. It's just a lovely taste when you're adding these to it. Alright, now that we've finished our smashed potatoes with roasted garlic from Chrissy Teigen's Cravings book, don't forget to check this book out through Curbside. There's some wonderful recipes for all your side dishes for the holidays. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and don't forget to check back next month, okay? Thanks, bye!